What up, YouTube? This your boy Fresh Chris Jones coming at you with a how to keep your shoes fresh video. And my first shoe originally came out in 1992, but I have the 2004 version. And here you have the Olympic Retro 7s. As you can see, my shoe is still in great condition. The VNDS still has a clean bottom, soap and water. That's all I use for the bottom right here. What kind of soap I use? Dawn soap and water. I base it down with water, so it's more water than soap in here. But other than that, I just use soap and water for my bottoms that's like this. I don't use it. Well, I do sometimes use it for my icy bottoms, but I'll get into that later. But mainly with this shoe, in order to stop the creases, like right here, I put like 6 bags of Walmart or Winn-Dixie Ziploc bags in the inside of the shoe, and I pack it down till the creases poof up, and then I like pinch it in the opposite direction to eliminate some of the creasing, which that does work. Then I keep them in there until the next time I take them out is when I wear them. And when I wear them, I put the force shield in there to eliminate the creasing. So that's one way to keep creases out your shoes. And another way is, like, I learned this when I first started collecting shoes or wearing shoes, and I actually started buying my shoes, was that you really can't walk. You have to walk a certain way for your shoes not to crease. And I walk like with a straight foot. I don't bend my foot at all when I walk. So, for most people who's new to the game, they don't know that. And, they just walk. And all of this is creased up. When I walk, I do not bend my foot at all. I keep it straight. And I know a lot of other people that do that. But, in my head, I was like, man, shit, why my shoes creasing? I was like, it's because of how I'm walking. So, when I started getting my own money and started buying my own shoes and knew the value of the shoes, I walk straight in every single shoe that I have now. You'll never see a big crease right here on my shoe too. So from eliminating it, you have to walk straight in your shoes. Don't bend your toes when you walk. But yeah, other than that, that's with the Retro 7s. And with the Retro 7s also, that's another thing you got to worry about is this right here. Like I said, you got to put the plastic bags in there to reduce that. And another shoe that's like that is a shoe that came from 2009, around October. As you can see, my Rising Sun 12. I have the original version with the Rising Sun, actually. I got my hand on a couple of pair. Well, on a single pair, but like on Retro 12s with the white bottom, the first thing to turn yellow is probably this part, then it like gradually goes down from this to this Jumpman sign right here to the midsole. So I kept these in the bag since 2009. It's now 2012. My shoe is still fresh, and the reason they're fresh is because I wore these twice. And you really can't tell, except for that. That's the only thing, the only way you'll know they was worn. No heel drag, no nothing. That's another thing. Don't drag your feet when you walk, because that right there, that black part, turn white just like that. So if you can prevent it, don't bend your foot when you walk, and don't drag your heel. But some folks can't help it. I have adapted my foot and my ways to walk a certain way when I have shoes on. Even with my beaters on, my work shoes, they don't have any creases on because I don't bend my foot. The only time I bend my foot is when I have to bend down, and that's only in my work shoes. I don't bend down in Jordans. But yeah, the Ziploc bag has actually helped my shoes out a lot, as you can see, because this shoe would have been yellow because I seen plenty of people around my way. All of this is just like turning like an orange kind of yellow, like the Air Force One that's on display at certain stores down here. This right here is like this midsole. It's the same stuff now. what a glue is. The whole midsole is either orange or yellow, so, and that's come from sitting on the shelf and getting all of that oxygen. So I learned from that. I don't need to have my shoes on display. I'd rather have them in a Ziploc bag, because that to me slows down the process, and this right here proves it, because you know this shoe came out 3 years ago. Yeah, this shoe came out 3 years ago, and there's no signs of yellowing at all. So that's my whole take on the Ziploc bag situation. None of my shoes haven't turned a darker yellow or nothing yet, so you know that's a good sign for me. For example, another example is my Retro 6s. These came out in 2008, I believe, and these came out in 2010. Look at the difference. I wore these like 12 times, and I cleaned my shoe. I cleaned the gum off of them. I cleaned all this stuff, and this is the difference. I wore these like 5 or 6 times. Still icy, still icy. But this right here, this is just age, but it's still icy, as you can tell. Still icy. So yeah, as long as you keep your shoe clean every time you wear them, like what I do with these, I use a little bit of C-Glow, you know. And I use soap and water, but I use soap and water first to get all the dirt and grime off of it, then C-Glow. Then, you know, after the C-Glow and everything is, you know, wet, I dry it off, put it in the sun, make sure everything is dry before you put it back in the Ziploc bag. Then, you know, leave your little holes in the Ziploc bag. You can actually, like, poke pinholes in the Ziploc bag, also like needle pinholes, and then stretch it just a little bit so I can get the oxygen. Or you can leave like 2 or 3, like skip like that. Leave those little holes, they'll still get their oxygen. For the ones who, you know, saying that they're not getting oxygen like that, they can still get oxygen. All you gotta do is like poke holes in the plastic, that's it. There's your oxygen flow. But yeah, that's an example right there as well. 2010, 2008, whenever these came out, still icy, both of them. And I wore them numerous of times. Another shoe, 2010, Royal Foamposites, still icy every time. Every time you wear your Foamposites, period, you gotta clean your bottom so they will get piss yellow. And you see no piss yellow in sight. Shoe is still icy. No piss yellow. So I cannot stress this enough. If you paid $200, $220 for this shoe, make sure you clean the bottom, because most people who, and another thing is, like, some people can't help but their shoes turn yellow because they don't acquire, you know, as many kicks as I have. So that's another thing that slows down the process. I don't wear my shoes all the time, so, you know, that saves the life on them. But if you can help it, like buy some Chuck Taylors or something, a cheaper shoe that you can wear all the time or whatnot, to stop from wearing your $200 shoe if you don't have that many shoes. What else? My 16s. This is just with soap and water. This is a soap and water clean. And as you can see right now, which one I clean with soap and water and which one is still dirty. This is the dirty one. This is the clean one. That darn soap and water do magic, I tell you. See the dirt on this one? This how I would go in the shoebox. I can still clean it a little bit, which I will. This just took, what, a minute and a half at the most. See what a minute and a half can do, and what this lifetime look can do without cleaning them. And they can get dirty and dirty. At least you slow down the process when you clean them. But there you go. You can see the difference right here. It's a big difference. Like I said, man, just keep your shoes fresh. And some Ziploc bags I use have, you know, a little Ziploc. I can leave a hole like that too, still get its oxygen, poke holes in it, whatever. Space Jam, like I said, from 09, still icy. Have little signs of yellowing, that right there. You can't stop that from getting yellow. I don't care what you do. You cannot stop this area around this bottom. You cannot stop that from getting yellow. DS pair cool grays. This is icy blue. This is right before, you know, this was the clear icy sole. This is the icy blue sole. See, this is DS or 5 times. You cannot stop that. So with 11s, you can't stop that. So this is my cool grays, and this is my Space Jam. Still being DS. I wore these one time, and you can't even tell. VNDS, soap and water. And like, they have the kids still sitting on shelves. And ever since these came out, on the kids version, the red has bled on to this right here. And the playoffs, the black playoffs 13s, the glue around the kids one is red, so you know. But sitting on the shelf, man, I'm telling you, all that oxygen kills the shoe. But other than that, I have my anniversary tools. Most people's tools who have been sitting out, you know, had started to crack right here, and this part had started to turn yellow. Mine are showing no signs of that. Wore these 3 times. Can't tell, because I cleaned the bottom of my shoes. But other than that, YouTube, I gave y'all a few tips on how to keep your shoes clean. And that's about it. I just use soap and water and Sea Glow. Yeah, a few changes. As you can see, my shoe boxes kept on falling over, so I had to reduce that and add more, you know, boxes in the corner. And there's actually some like right there in this little corner right here. After I went to, there's 3 back there and 4. That was my little tips on how to keep your shoes fresh. And another thing is, don't wear your shoes when it rains. Buy some Chuck Taylors. That's what Chuck Taylor's for. Or some other boots or something. Some shoes you don't care about, but the shoes that you pay over $100 for, don't wear them in the rain. That's a no-no. Especially clear bottom shoes. That's how these turned a little bit, but you know, other than that, they A1 because I learned from that mistake. So YouTube, keep your shoes fresh, rate, subscribe, comment, peace.